Hi everyone, I'm Law of the West, and I'll be your host for this buyer's guide for the Arrow. The Arrow is Anvil's version of a light fighter, which puts it in direct competition with other ships like the Gladius, the Blade, and the Talon. The original intention was to have the Arrow be the fastest out of all the other light fighters, and although these ships' individual stats may fluctuate from build to build, they'll continue to balance these ships around that idea. The most important thing that you need to be made aware of when it comes to the Arrow is that it has a high skill threshold. And I'd go as far as to say that it has the highest skill threshold among all the other light fighters. And there's several reasons for that. The first is that it only has one shield while all the others have two. Also, for quite a while now, they've locked its turret so you can't remove and replace it with a size 3 gun. So until this changes, it's going to have the lowest DPS out of all the light fighters, which means that you're going to have to use its speed as both a sword and a shield during combat. Also, when it comes to maneuverability, it has a strong pitch speed, but it's relatively weak when it comes to its yaw and roll speeds. So there's a lot of under-the-hood mechanics for this ship that you should be made aware of, and you're going to have to learn how to work around its limitations if you want to be successful at combat. This one shield can get knocked out very quickly, but it also regenerates very fast, so you have to constantly be aware of its status when you're attacking. And knowing when to break off an attack so you can let your shields recharge and its capacitors build back up again is going to be everything. And this sense of timing isn't something that's going to happen overnight. It takes skill and practice to build up the proper discipline that you're going to require to make this ship live up to its potential. And the Arrow is currently the only light fighter that comes bundled along with a game package in the Pledge store. And it also has a standalone version for sale, and you can buy it in-game using the credits that you earn from doing missions. Personally, the Arrow has always been my go-to dogfighter. The community used to refer to it as a mini saber, and after all this time, I'm still not going to argue with that description. The other thing that made this ship a must-have was its small profile. When it's landed, both of its wings will fold up, which lets you put an insane number of them into the same amount of space that would normally only hold one or two of the other light fighters. And it's one of only 2 light fighters that can actually fit into a Carrack. Well, that's going to be it for this buyer's guide to the Arrow. I've been your host, Law of the West. Thanks for watching, and take care.